right. Your topic is line of best fit. Line of best fit. Did I turn this on? It's a little dusty. All right, so line of best fit. We're going to put two things together. So we're going to take what we learned with point slope and what we learned with scatter plots, and we're going to do line of best fit. Okay? All right, how do I create a line of best fit? How do I create a line of best fit? Oh. Stupid bracelet. First of all, let's figure out what a line of best fit is. It is a straight line that best represents the data on a scatter plot. What happened? He picked you up again?
Yeah.
You have to go check in and get a pass.
Do you want us to go?
Mm-hmm. Because he's not taking you to get a pass. We make it go through 2 points. It doesn't necessarily have to go through 2 points. It's easiest to pick 2 points. So it goes through 2 points on the scatter plot. If you take statistics your senior year, if you do. It doesn't have to go through 2 points, okay? There's a different way to calculate it. We're going to teach you the easy way to do it right now. When you get to statistics, if you take it, it's the same thing, but it's a little bit different, okay? So, I say we're going to use what we learned the other day. And the key word is because it goes through 2 points. So what formulas do we use that go through 2 points? Slope is one, good. So we are going to use slope, and what's the formula for slope one more time? M equals what? Over? Good. So that is going to represent slope. And we're talking a line, so if we need to write the equation of a line, then we're also going to have to do what? Do we just do slope? We need to get it in that form, but we're not there yet. So how do we get it into y equals mx plus b? That's slope intercept. Does he have a pass? Yeah. Which one? We're going to get it into slope intercept. Thank you. Which is y equals mx plus b. Which one? Point slope. So we go from slope, then we use point slope. What's the formula for point slope? I'll start you. Y minus y1 equals m minus. Good. All right, so we're going to use the slope because we have 2 points. Once we have 2 points, we're going to use one of those points and our slope to then do slope intercept. Point slope, sorry. And then from point slope, we're going to get it into slope intercept form. Right? Does that make sense? Isn't this what we did the other day? Yeah, it is. It's exactly what we did the other day. Are there questions about this? So what's happening is this. You're going to see a scatter plot. And you're going to decide the line of best fit. Now, before we decide which way the line of best fit goes, we need to decide if it has positive correlation, negative correlation, or no correlation. Do you understand? So if it's positive correlation, what should your line look like? Yeah, it's going to go up. It's going to look like positive slope. If it has negative correlation, my line of best fit's going to look like what? It's going down. So you remember I've been drawing that line to see like positive correlation, and I draw it up, and I draw the line going down. It's the same thing. We're going to do that same idea, but we're going to pick 2 points now. Okay? Yep. This is to your ear, not your ear. You're okay. Count, I'm going to put the rest right there.
I don't think this time change was really bad. It sucks because the day was so quick. Like, not the sunlight, but like, just in general.
Well, now I'm at the point where like you're doing things and then you're like, oh, it's 8 o'clock. Like,
Yeah, that's how I was yesterday.
that happened last night.
Work on my dirt bike.
I was eating dinner and then the next thing I was like, it's 8 o'clock.
Yeah, I was like, working on the dirt bike. And then when I started, it was like 4. I looked, it was almost like 7:30. I was like, what the hell?
I'm going to make it, just put it on the back. I'm going to cut it.
Let's go. Maybe it was early. They brought them up earlier than expected.
That's good. How much did you weigh? There's something wrong with them?
No, he was just
How early?
He was born the day after Valentine's Day, the 15th. Yeah. But they brought him home late, and it was good.
All right, we're going to do this example line of best fit. I will read it. It says, each year the U.S. Census Bureau provides income for the United States. In the years from 1990 to 2005, they provided the data in the table below. All dollar amounts have been adjusted for the rate of inflation, so they are comparable from year to year. So we all know what inflation means, right? Do we not know? Anyone know what? Anyone can give an idea of inflation? Okay, here's inflation. every time they increase minimum wage, what do you think happens to everything else? It goes up. Do you understand? So, back when my grandma had to buy, bread, it's probably like 10 cents. Now bread is like $4, right? It's inflation. Still getting the same amount of stuff, actually probably getting less now than you did then, but it's the same idea, okay? So every time we increase minimum wage, everyone's like, yay! Guess what else happens? Everything else goes up, so it really doesn't matter. You understand? Okay, so it says create a scatter plot for the data for men. So we're only looking at men right now in this one. It says median income for all men in 2005 was $41,196. And it goes all the way down to 1996. Now, let's go ahead and label our X and Y axis because we don't have them labeled. So what is the bottom going to be? Years, good. So go ahead and label that years. What is this side going to be? Median income, good. And we all know what median is, right? It's in the middle, yeah. Now, the only thing we're going to do before we actually graph this is we're going to talk about what we see. Now, I have 1996 through 2005. It's backwards. Do you see how that's upside down? All right. Now, 1996 is my starting year. We do not graph the year 1996. Because it is my starting year, we graph the year 0. Do you understand? Because I'm starting in 1996, thank you, I start with year 0. So when I graph it on the axis, I'll graph it at 0, comma something. Do you understand? So if that's year 0, what's 1997? 1, and the one above that? 2, and then 3, and then you keep going, okay? Now the only thing is this. If 1996 was year 0, and the next one was 1998, that wouldn't be year 1, it'd be year what? 2, okay? So from there you still count in consecutive order, but you just have to figure out the very beginning is always year 0. Do you understand? So anytime I give you a number, and this happens on tests, you start with year what? 0. Do you understand? Okay. Now, we have this labeled good, and then we have x-axis. What are you going to start with in the corner? 0. Now on the y-axis, where do we want to start? If you look, we have $38,894 all the way to $41,000. So how do you want to start this? And you don't need to start at 0 necessarily going this way. What we'll do is do this, which means we've skipped some numbers. Okay? So where are we going to start? You want to start at 40,000? No, where do you want to start? 38? 35? If I count at 35, how are you going to count? Are you counting by 5s? What do I want to count? Let's start at 38,000. Let's count by 50s. Thank you. Then we're going to go 3850. What's the next one going to be? 30 what? Counting by 50s. 3,900. Then what? 3,950. Then what? 4,000. Ouch. Then what? So 4,050. Then 4,100. Then 4,150. Then 4,200. 4,250 at the top. Yeah? Make sense?
Can you get a little paper?
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry. Thanks. I have no 0. I don't have the room. harder to write on the markers. Okay, graph it. Thank you. God bless you. A scatter plot roughly looks like that. Yeah? There is a point right here. And then everything else is kind of like this. We good? Alright. Number 1 says, what is the correlation? Positive, negative, or none? It's negative. If you look right here, most of them are going what? Down. As my x's increase, the money has gone down. So it is negative correlation. What is the relationship between years and the median income for men? So what did I just say? As the years what? Increase, the money. Okay, so say that in a sentence. Okay? Now, number 3, it says estimate and draw a line of best fit for the data set. Identify the 2 points on the line of best fit. So, the way it works is this. You try to get your line of best fit to be roughly in the middle of your data. Do you understand? So you don't want to put your line like right over here. That doesn't make sense. You don't want to make it way up here. That doesn't make sense, like at the top. You see roughly in the middle somewhere. Do you understand? So we're going to pick a line. It doesn't really matter. Your line can be different than my line. Do you see what I'm saying? But you need to pick roughly somewhere in here where you want to draw your line of best fit. you should have about it should be in the middle. So like we should have some points above, some points below. It's not going to be exactly in the middle, but it's a rough estimate. Got it? So pick 2 points to draw your line through. It also depends how well you draw your scatter plot. Okay? So I'm going to pick this point and this point as my 2 lines, or my 2 points for my line of best fit. What are those 2 points? Year what? Year 4 and year 5. So I'm going to write that down in my paper so I have it. So year 4 was 4, 41996. And year 5 is 5, 41280. Good? Make sense? Understood? I'm turning this page. Alright, so all I did was draw my line of best fit. The next thing said was to find my 2 points. Did I do that? Yes. The 4th thing says to do what? What does it say? Write an equation of the line of best fit. Do I have 2 points that I started with? Yes. In my notes at the very top, it says after we write our 2 points, what formula do we use? Slope. So, I'm going to write the slope formula down here, and this is where I'm going to solve it. y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. Do I have my points? Do you have your points? What do you need a label for? X what? 1, what's this number here? y1, 5 is what? x2, and this is y2. You're going to go ahead and plug it in. You're probably going to need a calculator, so I'm going to let you figure out your slope. Do you have a slope? Let's see. On the top, what are your numbers on the top? 41,280 minus. Very good. Over. Good. On the bottom, I know it's 1. On the top, what do I get? Negative 716? Okay, so my slope is negative 716. Yes? Okay. Now I have a point and I have a slope. Which point do you want to use? The first one? Okay. So there's my point, there's my slope. I'm going to use point slope, which is what? Y minus equals times. Good. All right, let's plug into our point slope formula. So I'm going to say y minus, what's my y1? Very good. Equals, what's my slope? Negative 716 times x minus, what's my x1? 4. You should know how to solve this, correct? What's your next thing you're going to do? Distribute. Go distribute. When I distribute negative 716, I get negative 716 times x. What's the next part? Minus or plus? Plus. What's 4 times 716? 2864. Okay. Now what do I do? Good. You add 41,996. So add this to both sides. Someone do that for me. So I get y equals negative 716x plus, bless you. What is it? 40,000. 40,000. $44,860. I'm wondering the same thing. Yeah? I don't know. I don't have a calculator. You guys have calculators sitting in front of me. I'm literally waiting for you to push buttons in a calculator and give me an answer. And if you don't have one, you're not being an active learner. You're being a passive learner. Okay, thank you. This is going to go for number what? Number 4. So y is equal to negative 716x plus 44,860. We okay? Do we understand? What? What do you need, Aaron? It's all right there. What do you need? Now it says predict the median income for men in year 2010. What year did we leave off on the other side? 2000 what? 2005 was year 9. So 2006 is year what? 10. So 2007 year 11. 2008, 2009, 2010. So what are you plugging in? Is this x or y? X equals 14. Archie, where are you going to plug in 14? Into x, into what? Your line of best fit. Okay? So down at the bottom right now, you're going to take your line of best fit, which you just found, and instead of x, we're going to plug in what number? 14. is negative 716 times 14? 10,024 like that? Okay. Plus 44,860. So what does y equal? 34,836. And what does that mean? Income, which means it should be a dollar sign. So up at number 5, it says predict the median income for men in 2018. You're going to say in 2018, 18, dear Lord. The predicted income, or median income, is $34,836. So people are losing what? Money. Other questions? Do we understand the process? Your homework looks identical. I guarantee there's a problem like this on your test. Okay? Write your summaries because they're due on Wednesday, a week from today. Even though homework goes, notes go in the homework grade, it's worth how much? 100. How much is homework worth? 4. Some of you would have such a better score if you actually did your notes. The summary. I had someone get like a B+ on their test. They have a D in my class because they have no homework turned in and no notes. Like, how special is it? No notes, no homework, and now they have a D. But they had a B on the test. Does that make sense? Not very smart. In IM2, they're like, guarantee that won't happen. You'll fail in IM2. IM2's hard. Right, Jason? IM2's hard. IM2 is hard. Yeah. You have to do your homework in IM2.
I would fail every test, or at least get a D, but I do all my homework.
Yes. I'm pretty sure I have some in the red box.